Okay, here we are, another palatial palace. Because we go to palatial palaces, because that's what we do. And we're with Brian Pateman. Julie's in the kitchen, the boss lady, doing lunch for us. Brian Pateman, you've probably got a longer history than certainly myself, going way back into the very early 80s. How did you get involved? Let's just, before we say that actually, a proper Essex boy and a speed freak, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's always had a good car culture around in Southend, and in the 80s, well, I was just messing about with cars like we all were, and I put a 3.1 V6 in a Cortina Mark II, and we used to roar about the town. There's four of us all with V6 cars, two Capris and two Cortinas. So we heard about this run what you brung thing, and it obviously went on the internet, because there weren't no internet.
No.
And we all went up there and we started doing that. I think in 1981 I went up there 4 times, I think, doing
So that was Santa Pod Raceway back in the day, yeah. So yeah, interesting times for you, building, putting your engines into these cars. And what gave you the impetus? Is it because of the camaraderie you had amongst your mates and everything else to actually want to do that and race each other?
Well, we used to do it around the town anyway, so it's just, we thought we'd try doing it legally,
Yeah. Let me just ask you very quickly a little bit. Parking outside a police station on yellow lines, that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I've done that in my Firebird actually.
Yeah.
In Watford, when I used to drive the car to the track, I used to stop off at Chris Wicks' house for the night, and he would take us down the pub, and I'd take him down the pub in the car. He said, you can park outside on the pavement outside the police station. I thought, well, I'll never be able to do that in Southend,
No.
And I thought he was winding me up, and I thought, I'm going to get a ticket here. He's having me over, but everything was all right, and Gary said, go on, Brian, give it a big one. I thought, I can't do that. But I thought, I've got it now, haven't I? And,
good old Gary Hey-Ho Page,
So, I thought I was both trying to get me in a bit of trouble, but it was just a look.
It was as it was in them days, So obviously, you went run what you brung in then. So was that when you really started to get into the interest to actually do it yourself and start competing then?
I thought when they started doing these garage picnics and things like that, and they were really big, and there was like money up for it as well. So I thought, well, I'd really like to do a bit of that.
Nowadays, it didn't seem like a lot, but there was a fair few quid in there.
Yeah, it was £500 for the fastest car, which is about £2,000, really, I suppose.
Yeah,
in today's money.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of racing, a lot of cars there, and I thought that's a bit of me, that, So I had a bit of compensation from a traffic accident, so I thought, well, it's time to get myself something a bit faster. And I've been down to Norman Moulding's workshop, because he was only in Westcliff, and he's got this red Firebird in there, and he said it's for sale. I knew nothing about Pontiac Firebirds. I don't know what was good, what was bad, or anything, but I just fell in love with the car, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have that, and we did a deal, and that was it. It came with a set of slicks as well in the back.
Wow.
And the roll cage in it. It's an ex-bracket car from the States. That was originally coming to his workshop in the Slick Tricks colours.
There's a name that's still out there now.
That's a picture of it there.
There we are, Slick Tricks. So was that your first real race car then?
Yeah.
So your first meeting then, let's have a look at this then, in modified, and you broke the gearbox.
I did, yeah. I drove the car up there, had 488 gears in the back and an 850 double pumper. And we used to drive up there, and Julie always used to fall asleep because it was warm in there, and drones, it used to drone a lot, you know. Even more than me, I think.
You can't fall asleep. Yeah.
I meant the droning actually, but
Yeah.
But,
So I guess in between then and 1984, you just had a go at Gary's picnics and things like that. And then obviously in 84 you got your first event win, fastest streetcar, 10:76. Wow.
yeah,
Even in them days,
yeah, it's pretty good
yeah,
going.
it was pretty good going.
Well,
If
that-
you look at what they were trying to do with the fuel funny cars at the time, there were 6 seconds they wanted,
Yeah,
and you're on your 10s.
yeah. I mean, what was good for me was because I was racing in modified at Santa Pod. I'm actually racing. So you don't really learn to race if you're doing run with your brands. You don't learn the race craft, do you?
No.
I mean, I'm in modified with Jeff Hauser and Sylvia Hauser and
Yeah.
Dave Mingay and
Yeah, there's a
all
lot.
these-
Yeah.
there's a whole load of them. Clive Michelle, you know,
Clive, yeah.
Graham Bars and Chris
Yeah,
Wicks.
Graham
And Chris
Hart,
Wicks,
yeah.
I sort of got on well with Chris, and he ended up helping me a lot. And it was him who got me to that position in 1984 where I put nitrous on the car.
Big step up, in a way.
Yeah. So I was running the 1160s, I think, and then I put the nitrous on the car.
Yeah, 84, 11.2s.
Yeah, and the car ran really good for half of the track, and then it just
Yeah.
sort of petered out, you know, because the fuel pump wasn't big enough for the car, you know,
No, not
to run the
yeah.
nitrous. Luckily, I didn't melt anything, but Chris went back to Watford and picked up a spare fuel pump, and he
Bigger one.
yeah, Holly Blue top, you know, and he fitted that for me, and that was it really. It all started to come together the next day, but there was a taking the mickey in the old John Price Roadshow in the evening, in the marquee, you know, it's like a massive marquee, all of climbing out the poles and all that, and
Well, as you did in them days.
they were going, oh, did you hear about the fellow who spent 500 quid on the nitrous kit and ran slower and all that, and that was me, you know, that was all, you know.
The John Price Roadshow, wow.
Yeah, and Tony Granson was there, and he was king of the hill then. He had the twin turbo on it, the Gale Banks twin turbo set up, and he'd run a 10.8 something, you know. And I ran a 10.9 or something, and then put the next stage kit in, it ran the 10.76, and then out Tony went against he thought he'd have a crack at that, and but he couldn't better it on the day. And I remember going out the gate with the £500 in cash, waving it out the window at him, you know.
But that's, you see, that was the 80s, and you know, it was a completely different ballgame.
Yeah, I mean,
Santa Pod was not like it is now, back in the day. You know, Trev's cap, spit and sawdust,
yeah.
you know, little shop down the end of the track, and different ballgame, isn't it?
Yeah, the cars, there's masses of cars, and they'd be like shutting off the back brakes with a clamp, you know, instead of line locks, because no one had line locks.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of them pretty dangerous, but I don't remember any bad accidents, but there's all sorts going on, you know.
Oh yeah. Used to prop the cars up with fuel tanks and things like that back in the day.
Yeah.
You know. So obviously, Gary's Picnic seemed to be one of your, like the bigger meetings for you. Obviously, the Summer Nationals was another one. I guess you used to compete with like the World Finals as well, and then sort of because the classes were there then anyway.
Yeah, I was still running in modified in between.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, you had another one there, Gary's Picnic 1061 in 1985.
Yeah.
That was good. And then you decided to take it aboard at Mantle Park.
Well, that was a paid for trip, that was, by Mike Clough.
Mm-hmm.
He's invited a few cars to go out there and race with the Swedish cars. Because the Swedish cars, when they'd come over for the Dorsammers in '84, and they were fast, you know, a lot faster than we were.
Yeah.
But so there was this good England against Sweden thing, you know. So they'd come over here, so he wanted us to go over there, so that's what we did.
Paid for a trip as well to Mental.
Yeah, because it was quite easy in them days. You used to go from Harwich to Gothenburg on the ferry.
Yeah.
And it was like a
Right, and street cars, you're doing it yourself, weren't you?
Yeah.
You're driving yourself.
Well, that was trail.
Yeah, the train
for
yeah,
that,
yeah, amazing. I mean, it was, Mental Park back in the day was something else, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they just don't go to sleep, do they, the Swedish in the summer? They just
Well, no.
up all night,
Because they don't have any reason to, really, do they?
No, because they've got such a bad winter, haven't they? They really
make the most of it,
summer.
yeah. And I went to Mental Park and we went for a drink and we just done the top shelf and they just love it out there, don't they?
They do.
In the days. So, and then you appeared at the 1985. There are Earls Court Motor Fair. There's blimey.
Yeah.
There's a blast from the past, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go out there with my brother and that in them days. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the street machine stand, I think, for that.
So was that a sponsored thing then for you, or?
No, but it's because I was the fastest street car in England at the time.
Yeah.
And that's how they put me on the stand. But they had about 6 cars on there. They had Andy Saunders' little Mini and that, and other cars on there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, another interesting thing, the Saturday Superstar was for the fastest street car.
Yeah, well, what that was to sort of advertise the motor fair, really.
Yeah.
And we popped into the BBC studios on the way down there. You know,
Yeah.
they kept checking was there, giving me a little interview and that. You know.
Yeah, old checkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blimey. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was just saying to you earlier on, I think it was about 85, 86 when I first started to come up there. So Gary's International Door Standers, that was probably one of my first meetings actually, that one, thinking about it. Yeah. And then you had a bit of a time off, a little bit, between then and 1990, or did you carry on doing your...
Well, 86, I won the door slam. So
Yeah. You won that, 10:08 on that one.
Yeah, it's White Lightning.
Yeah.
Which is a white Impala from Sweden.
And then you went back to Sweden as well.
Yeah, because we got paid again the next year to go back. And there was 3 of us. It was me, Dave Pollen and Tony Ranston. We were all like running 10-0s. We all wanted to be the first one to run a 9 in the street car, you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I went out to Sweden that year with John Atkinson. He came with me and we put a big load of gas in it. I think it was on the first run actually, and it ran a really good 8 mile and then it just melted the exhaust valves. So that was it. That was that for me. But
yeah.
I think Tony Granson went on to win that one at Mantle that year.
Yeah, and Dave Pollen, there's a name as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So 1991, second place at the RSC British Drag Racing Championship. Pall Mall. That was interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's the one that Andy Robinson pretty much wins every year.
Yeah.
And that's the trophy for it there actually, yes. That's all RAC. But in them days, you could, if you done well in your championship, you got points towards the RAC, you know. So I ended up coming second. And Richie Lee, who was also racing us, we were both racing in super gas.
Yeah.
He came third, so I went with him, and I was good mates with him anyway. You know, and it's like really quite a different sort of event. You know, you're walking about with the Formula 1 drivers and all that, and it's like Pall Mall in London. You know,
different ball game. No.
But nowadays they don't have like sportsman cars in that championship, so it's all like the pro cars now.
Pro cars now, yeah. FIA as well and that sort of stuff, isn't it? So yeah. So let's sort of go. After that, you went winner 1994 SGDRA Super Gas Championship.
Yeah, I mean
that was good, man.
I mean the whole. I think it sort of started in 1989. The British Super Gas Championship, and it was a wonderful thing. Really, it was a lot of work went in to sort it out. I mean, Dave Grady and Mark Flavel and Graham Beckwith and Leslie Beckwith.
Yeah, there's a name.
Leslie White now, isn't it?
Leslie White, yeah.
Yeah, they organised the whole thing pretty much, and they got all the tracks together, because in them days I think there was 4 different organisations at different tracks and that, you know, and they used to work together under one banner really.
Yeah.
And they got Custom Car got involved. They were doing the write-ups, and everyone did a write-up for every race meeting, and they got title sponsors, so there was money to be won if you won the championship and runner-up, and also event sponsors as well.
Yeah.
So it's.
So then you had obviously Santa Pod. Was it?
I've got it.
York?
Yes, PDRA.
Yeah.
BDRA.
BDRA, yeah.
And two others.
Trying to think the other 2. IHRA wasn't one of them then, was it?
NDRA, was it?
Possibly, yeah. But that was an exciting time.
Because a lot of the times in them days, there was a lot of events on.
Yeah.
But sometimes they would clash with other tracks events, you know, so then they both sort of lost out really. But
yeah, exactly, yeah.
So with the Supergas Championship, the great thing about it was you do 9 events, and they're 3 at each track, 3 at Avon, 3 at Pod, 3 at York.
Yeah.
So it was a proper national championship, you know, and it was the best 6 events out of 9 scores you got.
Yeah.
And that really got going well. In fact, in 1992 there was 40 cars running in the Supergas Championship then.
That was around about the same time that like Terry Gibbs and everything else was starting to make a big name for themselves as well. Yeah. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he done some great events, Terry did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he organised trips to Hockenheim as well.
Hockenheim, yeah. Yeah. Because they used to take big fields out there, didn't they? Hockenheim.
Sorry?
He used to take big fields out to Hockenheim.
Yeah, well, the first one we went on, was 12 of us went out there.
That's it, yeah. Best British.
That was a real laugh, that was.
Supercash, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I do apologise for the phone going off. And then you had a 35 car, 1995, Eliminator.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Then I think there's lots of 12 Brits in that, and I got to the semis, and I had a bye run into the final. And on the other side of the tree, we was all British, you know, it was Trevor Graves and Nick Davis.
Nick Davis?
Yeah.
He's a good driver, isn't he?
Racing these fat rats, full steel hot rods, really, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But unfortunately, it got rained off in the end, so we never finished that one off. But it was a brilliant meeting, and I think Alex Nichol was there.
Wow.
And there was, what's that song, Living Next Door to Alice? They kept playing that on the tannoy at Hockenheim, and everyone's going, it started off a few British guys saying, who the F is Alex?
Who the F
is Alex, so they're saying.
Yeah.
Alex Nichol, you know.
Yeah.
And then the Germans cottoned onto it, and they kept playing it, and they started roaring it out. It was like hilarious.
Yeah.
What an atmosphere, you know.
Brilliant. Hockenheim's great. Love Hockenheim. Yeah. See, these are all tracks that, you know, they need to, you know, keep going and everything else. Whether Hockenheim will stay forever or not, you never know, do you?
No.
Sweden's changed slightly now, but then they're starting to go back a bit more to Mantorp as well now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Mantorp's good.
Yeah.
I raced at Karlskoga as well.
Yeah. So with mid-90s, Supergas Championship, 97, 96.
Yeah, I mean that's all of the Supergas GDRA was up, so.
Wow. Brian Pateman. Oh, Phil drew it on there, yeah. Brian Pateman. Oh, Brian Pateman. Oh, look, hello, Brian Pateman. Alex Nichol, good name, yeah. Tony Graston as well. Yeah.
Al O'Connor, man, he was so far ahead of everyone in Supergas, it was unbelievable. Because he did that USA tour in 1988, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he'd come back and he knew what to do with the gearbox to make it react to us, and none of us did. And I remember I lost a race by a 10th against him, you know. And I couldn't. I thought I was pretty good until I raced him. And I couldn't sleep that night. It's done me by a tenth of a second reaction time.
So I'm whirring around in your head.
Yeah. I've had a couple of experiences like that, and you get home and you think, wow,
For the people that don't know, Al O'Connor, Al's gasser, is the best way of describing that. But when you're going to bed at night and that 10 in your head.
Yeah, see, he ran a 10-1, I ran a 10-0, and he beat me. I just couldn't get him around it. It's just
No.
He's such an edge.
What a great guy though.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah. Performance unlimited there,
My buddy's moving back down this way.
Is he?
Apparently,
Gosh. Nice to see him still around about.
I managed to see him in a red line up the track and that. And then he still cut a light the next day, hasn't he?
Good boy.
Yeah, no, he's a legend.
He's a very, how can you describe Al O'Connor? Just there, isn't he? He's just, he knows his onions, doesn't he? He's done, he's done his stuff. And that's good, Al's gasser. Wow, there we go. So, let's have another look at this. 2001 Super Comp Hockenheim.
Yeah, that was pretty good fun.
Yeah.
I ended up against Timo Happened in the final.
Wow.
And he had a methanol card, and he was blasting off and then coming off a bit. That's what he was doing. But
turning it off near enough.
He ran an 890 in the final, and I think I ran an 895. But I got the win light. But the Germans didn't really get that, because he ran 890 and I ran 895. They were all cheering in that. And
there was breakout, see?
And no Len's with me and he's jumping up and down and he's looking around, have I got this right, but they didn't get that. I'd beaten him off the line,
Yeah, that's exactly it. Wow. Going through, so then, Super Gas Championship, 2000, so that's Hockenheim. 2009 Super Gas Champion, Super Comp and Super Gas National Championship, 2011.
Yeah.
So that was a busy, all of those would have been busy weekends for you.
Yeah, double classing,
yeah. A little bit of an adjustment there slightly, but good fun though.
Yeah, excellent,
Yeah, wow, busy.
I mean, double classing is great, unless you lose the first round twice, and it's very miserable then.
So I was back on the trainer then.
Yeah.
You don't want to be doing
You're
that.
looking for a busy weekend and you end.
Yeah. So it's like that old party.
Yeah.
Isn't it really?
Yeah. It's the thing with drag racing, it's either really good or real pants.
That's the politest way of putting it, then National Sportsman for a bug jam in your 74 Trans Am then?
Yeah.
That was it. That was just going to play then really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was just going to.
Yeah.
Going to go to bug jam for the party and you get tickets, don't you? So a lot of people used to enter in Sportsman League season, didn't they?
Yeah, we'll have a go, wouldn't you?
Then they sort of changed it so you had to do a couple of meetings beforehand before you could go into it, didn't you?
Yeah, and then you sort of stayed with it really, another year, top sportsman winner, Super Pro, Hockenheim. Yeah, because that's like Super 2017 Super Pro.
Yeah, the thing with Super Pro was I always raced on a pro tree.
Yeah.
And I won the Super Gas and Super Comp.
Yeah.
Double twice.
But then the Super Pro is more of the German class, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I sort of finished. I thought, I've pretty much done this now. I want to change. I want to do something else. So I thought I'll try Super Pro.
Yeah.
It's it did turn out to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. To be fair, but because with the Sportsman tree, you can see it coming down, aren't you? I mean, I'm used to going
on the pro tree.
Anything that set me off really.
Yeah.
But what I done was I put a visor across the windscreen,
right,
with the Julian brine on it.
Yeah.
And so I could stick my head up, so I couldn't see the top two coming down. So I'm just looking at the bottom bulb, So
and then you went.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, I could do the Sportsman tree, but not.
That's quite a clever concept, isn't it? putting a visor in there.
Yeah, I think they quite often do it in the States. They flip a visor down, you know, if they're changing classes.
Changes their class.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. See, we're always learning, Brian.
Always.
Always, yeah. So moving on then, Super Pro ET 2018, Super Pro ET Spring Nationals, winner Euro Finals 2022. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
That was a good one, yeah. Runner up to Andy Bond. Wow.
Yeah, he's another man that made me stay awake all night. I've raced him, it's at Dorset, was that? I raced him in Pro Street. I think I raced him 3 times. First 2 times I've had him in the first round, so that was 10-0, wasn't it? And then on that run I actually got to the final with him, and I was in the right hand lane. And I can 60 foot him, I can keep up, I can beat him to the
provided you didn't go too high.
Yeah, so I could beat him to 330 foot, so I'm in the right hand lane, I know he's going to come, you know. And you just sort of see his wing come up, and then he starts pulling away from you, you know. And then it seems to go even more, you know, and it's just like, it's unbelievable thing to watch. So I race fast cars in Super Pro, but they just flash by at the end.
Yeah.
But to have someone actually come up next to you and do that to you, and I'm doing 175 mile an hour, and he's doing 198, which ain't even his best, you know.
No.
And it just blew my mind out. It's just watching him go like that.
Yeah.
And you got your foot on the floor like that, and you think, it feels slow at 175.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So there was a great 20 odd mile an hour difference between you.
Yeah, someone started doing that out the window here, you know. So
Yeah.
Well, he probably is, but
He probably was, yeah.
But yeah, what a competitor he is, and he's focused.
Still there now, doing his stuff, and you know, so, and then he managed to do the runner-up bug jam, 760 heads up.
Yeah, I mean, I must have had a little bit of luck on that one, really, because Belinda blew the tyres off in the first round.
Now that's someone else, her and Jeff, I want to do an interview with soon as well.
Yeah.
They're lovely people. Yes, so against Belinda, you knew you was up against it, didn't you, really?
Yeah.
Always would have been, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm still testing at the moment as well. Then, fastest I've run before that was 785, which is nowhere near good enough for 760, is it? So, yeah, I managed to get 783 out of it that weekend, but still, I won't be in trouble keeping the front down and getting the power in. But you know, this year I'll be putting a fogger on it, so I'm only using a little plate on it. It's only using about 200 horsepower gas. So, if I can get the car to stay down, you know.
You're going to be having a run out before the sort of season starts, or?
Well, I'm not ready at the moment, but.
So when's going to be your first meet?
I might be able to get out for Easter.
Yeah.
I'll probably just jump into Supercomp probably.
Supercomp, yeah. And what's your we'll talk about memories and everything in a minute, but for this season then, what's your aim then? Get the car right?
Yeah, I just want to be more competitive in the 760. They've got 4 events, haven't they, this year, so
yeah,
if I can be a threat rather than
so what you got the obviously the first Easter.
There's not racing at Easter, but
you just have a play with it,
yeah, I'll be just testing at Easter hopefully, and then the next one after that's Dorsammers.
Dorsammers, yeah, exactly that, yeah. So interesting time. So let's have a historical thing then. What's your best memories in your drag racing lifetime up to now?
Well,
you've probably got loads, but
it's 40 odd years, isn't it? So
yeah,
there's been a lot of good times and a lot of rubbish times as well. You know, it's part of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously the first win is always unforgettable, isn't it?
Gary's
picnic.
Gary's picnic. Yeah, and way back there.
The second one after that really was the Dorsammers when I was racing the White Lightning car. You know, I mean, I had no chance against him. I think he ran a 980 against me, but he was late. I think just as I come in the stage, the light went down. I'll go on, like, you know. I was lucky to win that, and I remember him coming down the track as he turned around and come up down the track, and it was all fuel injected, this car. and he run about something like 156 mile an hour or something, which is like unheard times in them days. And he was doing these, just stabbing the throttle, and it was coming up and down like that down the track. You know,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it was all grounding out on the floor, yeah, it's just an amazing car. And he's the car that Tony Branson beat in the final at Mantop the year after.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty good car. I mean, he's on YouTube actually. He's White Lightning. You can look him up.
Yeah.
And the other guy was Anders Enbold in Bostik. You know, he Bostik the Whiplash Camaro. He won the first Gorsamos.
Cool.
And there was 2 cars left. I think it was 84 that was. And I think they ended up getting a fair bit of cash, and they was down the Hind Hotel, they had that up all night, they partying. He's an interesting guy, and I think he's still probably got the record for towing a caravan up a drag strip. I think that was at Mantop.
Nuts.
Yeah, so 12 seconds.
Then towing some caravan bangers now.
Yeah, so he's got that, and he's still active as well, and he's used to write for Billsport magazine.
Oh, right, he doesn't come over here very often.
He did come over, he's got a blackout car, I think that's an Impala, and he's got a website as well, and he's got some good memories of his trip over to St. Pod on his website as well, which you can look at.
Look it up, yeah, definitely. Any other big memories? I mean, obviously, you've done stuff with Julie and Steph as well, and
yeah, I mean, it's all been good, really. You know, I mean, the Hockenheims were great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good big crowd of you there like that. Like we were just driving through Europe and that. You know, we didn't know where we were going, and you could see the cars and trailers going across while you're in the traffic jam. They said, "Oh, he's going the wrong way." There's someone else following them, and it's just hilarious. And Timmy Adams walking about in the dress and that, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. And they were the big flags, you know, when we were going down to the line. The other supergas cars that weren't in it, they had the big flags they were going on with Union Jacks and all that, you know, and it's winding the Germans up.
Yeah. I know we used to fly out Germany to Hockenheim and there'll be the likes of Gaupage with all hire cars and all that, and going to Hockenheim and Sweden as well, finding your way down there and finding the right entrance at Hockenheim, and good times, isn't it?
Yeah, down the swimming pool and that, you know, there's a good laugh, getting stuck on the slide down the swimming pool. And just carnage, really. And there's quite a lot of English bikers out there as well.
Yeah.
At that time that we went, so there's a whole load of pro-stock bikes, you know, Len Padgett had been there. And
there's a blast from past. He's still out there, and Len, we're coming to find you soon. Have a chat with you as well. So you've done a lot. You've done Blackbush, you've done obviously Northfield and everything. And interesting time. And a lot of the time you funded all this yourselves as well. Some people have been fortunate enough to have sponsors and things like that. Your only sponsor is Jude, isn't it?
The governor, yeah.
The governor. Yeah. There you go. But I mean, it's an interesting times, you know, for you. So memory-wise, then, in the last few years, I mean, winning some of the events, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I still like that Dole Slams because it's, you know, that's what it was all about, really. So
but that was almost the class. Let's be fair, wasn't it? Back in the day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The Tim Cooks and them, all of them. That was the ones to watch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, it was such a good atmosphere when the Swedes were over, because it was in the old days. The cars, when they're going down to the far up road, they'd be in front of the stands. It'd be dark because they didn't start till late in the evening. The Dorslams ones, and you'd be changing nitrous bottles with a torch in your mouth, you know. And they'd people working on their cars, and they would be cheering and making remarks and that. And
because there was only one in them days, only one grandstand there as well, and you came up far. Yeah.
Yeah, that
was always the wrong way round, wasn't it?
The atmosphere was like electric.
Yeah. And the old barn.
Yeah, and you could hardly see the cars. It was dark, and they had their headlights on, and that. You know, it's like night racing is something else.
Brilliant. Oh yeah, definitely.
Exciting. I found that really exciting.
Yeah. So, do you reckon Julie's got any good memories, or?
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Ask her, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
To get her in there.
We'll get her in here, we'll do a separate interview on that one, a quick one, yeah. So, highlights then for your fantastic time, 40 odd years doing it, funding it yourself, amazing. And an interesting season this year. 2 classes, possibly, double heading?
I'm probably going to concentrate on the 760.
Yeah.
I'm going into Supercom just to do some testing for that really, so I'll be trying to get me 60 foots, you know.
Yeah.
And then probably just coming up at the end, so
yeah.
To try and run an 890 at the same time, but it's all down about the bottom end of the track for me at the moment, trying to improve on that.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what, it's been really nice catching up with you because you're very, very special people. I've known you a long time. You know, we used to stand outside the bars and have a drink and everything else, you know, and sometimes you didn't really chat too much, but it's, you know, what I meant was, yeah, you did, but we used to pass like ships in the night, and I was doing my bit and you were doing your bit, but you've always been, you know, what I would call, you know, good people, and you know, within the sport, you know.
Yeah.
And drag racing is just like any other motorsport, it's a family thing as well. When you get there, you can have loads of problems going on in the world outside. When you get into that, or whatever racetrack, you get there and you're in that bubble.
Yeah, Steph's done well last year. She came third in the Sportsman ET Championship. She's entered for the spring speed and wants to have another go at it. And hopefully we'll take the old 96 Trans Am I got down outside there. We'll take that down to Manston and I'll have a go and she can have a go. And
yeah, definitely. Yeah, but next time we get to go down, then we'll come down as well. I've got you got the time in the program for it as well. Yeah, we'll definitely go. We are going down there for the first one, I think, possibly just for the day. I think give a bit of support to it and that.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, isn't it? Because it's people can get into drag racing easy then, can't they, without legislation and that, and hopefully that'll feed on for future races at Centrepod and that, you know.
Absolutely. And we went last time, there was a whole host of hot rods turned up, a whole group of them, amazing. And then we did an interview with and the muscle car. Was it that? From Australia.
Yeah, I can't think of his name now. Yeah.
So we went all the way up to Cambridge Street. Amazing guy, absolutely amazing. Muscle workshop here.
Yeah.
His car.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, what a great that was some. But that just shows you that you can take these cars along, have a bit of fun, but still within the drag racing fraternity and people. You know, it was good.
Yeah,
it was good to see, and then the hot rod group turned up as well. That's what you need, and then obviously you guys start going down there now.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys building fast cars around here, and they've got nowhere to go with them really.
No.
So.
Well, it's a bit of a trek for here to there, but it's not.
Yeah.
In some respects, it's not too far. So yeah, I guess in some respects it's probably slightly longer, possibly, to the pod. To Manston, or possibly, not sure.
It's coming back, isn't it? Through
tunnel.
Tunnel.
But yeah, good fun.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see you down there very soon.
Yeah.
And
I'll go down there.
Yeah, let us know.
Because it's a manual, it's no good for bracket racing, so.
No.
But Paul's doing a stick shift class, isn't he? So.
Yeah.
See if I can stick my shift into it.
You've got to stick it in to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. Brian Pateman, you're a top man. Thank you very much for your time.
So I'd like to say thank you to all my previous crewmen that have helped me out over the years.
Yes, of course.
Obviously, Chris Spriggs was my first one, and he helped me a lot, you know. And then John Atkinson.
Yeah.
Which hopefully he'll be out later on this year.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see him. Yeah.
If I finish the 760 racing, it's only 4 meetings, so if he's out, maybe I'm able to give him a hand, you know.
Yeah, crew for him. Yeah.
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 Also, John Holliday's, my friend who lives down the road, is in that. It's a Mustang. It's his car.
Yeah.
In that magazine, and he came with me for a lot of years, and I met him when I was 11 at school, and he's still mates with me now, you know. So.
Brilliant.
And then there's Len Masters. He was another guy from BT, because I was on BT for
BT, yeah.
quite a long time.
Yeah, I did a similar sort of thing, because I 11 and a half years at BT, I did.
Did you? Yeah.
And then I took the money.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so much history, isn't it? You know, any other people you want to thank?
Well, Frank Tucker, he's come to Alpine with me, and he's crewed for me quite a bit as well, you know. And Nicky and Nick Frost, they towed me to the track for a year with their Hummer and crewed for me, and the car was the cleanest it's ever been. So they're good guys. We saw them at the weekend actually. With them, and then Nick Renier, he's someone I used to go to infant school with.
Wow.
So I've known him a long while. He gives me a hand now and then as well. And John Buckham, he's sort of a friend of the girls.
They are.
Yeah. So they've all helped me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to the
thanks for that. And also, mustn't forget,
What's that?
the governor.
The governor, the CEO.
She's been diamonds.
Absolutely. You need that support, don't you? You know, and when you've got that support and they're interested in it, and then it becomes a family thing as well, you know, that makes a whole...
But she's reminds me of all the stuff I've forgotten, which is always handy, isn't it? If I haven't got my tethers on or something like that, you know, she'll give me a slap, and you need that, don't you? Because the last thing you want to do is be winding your window down on the line and trying to sort them out with your gloves on, isn't it? So,
exactly. Yeah. You've got to be told.
You have, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be told.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have a chat with Julie in a bit. But very, very nice to meet up with you, Brian. You've always been a highly respected person within drag racing in the UK here at North Sweden as well.
Catch up with you and listen about some of your history as well, because I didn't realise you'd been there as long as you have.
Yeah, I mean that's good memories.
Yeah.
Good memories. You know, you never forget the old days, and then things move on and things change and everything else. And
yeah, Supergas was a good time as well, because there was a lot of children there as well in Supergas, and they all used to lark about together. And Jim McGee used to bring his Arctic up, and he'd have a disco out there, and it was good times, good fun, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Really. Yeah, it started off. We used to go to York, and it used to be the Northerners pit one end of it, and then we pit the other in the Southerners. You know, there was a good bit of rivalry there, but we all got on in the end. And
you was doing all your acid house, and that was classic.
But, brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic.
Seen a lot of changes. I mean, you wouldn't hardly recognise the track now with what Keith Bartlett's done. You know, he's done amazing with that, and
it's incredible, isn't it?
And the technology is unbelievable. It's 200 mile an hour street cars now, you know. And it's like 3 of them in a 200 mile an hour, isn't it?
Easy now, yeah.
At least.
Yeah, crazy world. Yeah. And
Mark Sheridan, he's done 200, and he's the same age as me, and he's had his car forever as well. There's a few people who've had their cars forever.
Yeah. I think
I'm not the only one.
No, but I mean your car, and you're talking about making adjustments to it, it's hard to imagine it for you to have to make that slight change, isn't it, to something that's been established like that, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to move with the times, didn't you?
Yeah.
I still want to do it, you know.
Yeah, you will, and you carry on doing it. You're top man.
I don't want to do a whole year-long championships anymore, but 3 or 4 is just nice for me.
Have a nice little play, have a go.
So I've got a boat as well now, so I'm doing a bit of sailing in between.
Wow.
last couple of years. So yeah.
So where'd you go from?
Well, I bought the boat in Largs in Scotland,
Right.
and I've got it at Burnham on Crouch now. So
Oh, right, yeah.
it took us 2 summers to do that. But
Yeah. Where are you off to then? Anyway, just go out and have a bit of a sail and come back in.
yeah, we only just got it back to Burnham, so we haven't been out since then. But hopefully, I'll probably go up the east coast a bit, maybe go to London and maybe over to Holland or something, you know.
Wow. Yeah, that is a bigger.
Yeah, so it's a
Hook of Holland.
completely different from drag racing, but when you,
Well, yeah, but that's it.
but
You like
it still feels fast when you're doing like 8 knots. When it's on its side, you know. And it's,
on its side, well, you're nuts. You are nuts.
it does feel fast. I said that to my dad, and he said, "Well, I can cycle fast and that," and you can, he could.
Yeah, but you got to be mad doing that sort of thing, haven't you? Yeah, that's not my cup of tea.
No.
You know, the way I look at it is, if I was meant to fly, you go on a plane. You know, I haven't got wings. If I was meant to float, fine. But you know, stick in a boat, go on a plane. But what you're doing there is sailing and stuff, different, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Julie don't let me go out if it's just full 6 or something like that.
Well, absolutely not, no. And then you've got to know exactly where you're going as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navionics is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow, top man. Brian, thank you very much.
That's
We'll
all right.
see you soon. Probably at the first meet in Easter, I guess.
Oh, shall I get Julie for you?
Sorry?
Shall I get Julie for you?
Yeah, we'll have a chat with Julie, yeah. Thank you. Good, Dave?